It's phenomenal. It's a dream come true.
It's a beautiful venue here at Tuacahn. I've performed on Broadway stages and around the world, but there's nothing like this place.
It's amazing to perform here at Tuacahn. I mean, I've never seen an outdoor theater that's so full and brilliant. And I mean, you look out the windows when you're rehearsing and there's just the red cliffs outside, and it's gorgeous.
This is unlike anything I've ever seen. One, it's spectacular. I mean, the view and the setting is just amazing. The scale of the production is just huge. They have 10 fly lines in this theater, which is way more than they had on Broadway. The spans of the theater is just huge.
It's a lot of fun. It's so much fun.
I've done tours, I performed around the world and everything, and I've always wanted to do an outdoor venue.
They put on great quality shows, and so it's the kind of thing that as an actor you want to be a part of.
It's very hot.
Yeah, it's hot, and yeah, you're sweaty at the end of the night, but there's 2,000 people here every day to see the show.
We actually had an incredible show in which there was, in all the most dramatic moments when Grizabella comes on stage, there was lightning in the background, I heard, and there was incredible wind gusts that blew all of my costume all over, and it was just incredible. So you don't get that on Broadway.
I usually leave drenched in my unitard.
Miserable, but I can't really notice it because I'm having so much fun.
And the family will say it's that horrible cat.
Your voice gets dry and cracky, but you have to constantly keep drinking water and hydrate.
I really enjoy it. It's like being in a healthy sauna. I lose a couple pounds per night.
And then you're dealing with the elements of, wind with the flights and rain and heat sometimes, but you're also dealing with, 2,000 people who are coming to really enjoy themselves and see a great show. So it's a very gratifying, fun experience.
Originally, I'm from the Denver, Colorado area, and I've been a New Yorker for about 16 years now, pursuing the acting career out in New York.
A couple of years ago, I played the role of Donna Anna in a production of Don Giovanni, a resetting of Don Giovanni.
Before I came here, I was on So You Think You Can Dance season 4, and loved it. I got to go on the tour afterwards, and it was amazing.
In New York, I was in Rent and in Miss Saigon. I made my Broadway debut in Miss Saigon, and I played Angel in Rent, and was on the road with 25th Annual Putnam County Spelling Bee.
In New York, I do the Radio City Christmas show.
I've done about 3 national tours, a couple European tours, and then just a ton of regional theater.
Oh, he's Tarzan. He's pretty much like a Disney superhero. It's the coolest part in the world.
He's a lot confused and doesn't know what he is, and he's kind of lost and has no which way to go.
His parents were shipwrecked in the jungle, and he was adopted by a gorilla family, and he wants to know where he fits in. He doesn't quite fit in with his gorilla family, and he wants to know where he belongs.
I play Kala, and she is Tarzan's ape mother, and I think she goes through a big transition in the show. At first, she loses her ape baby right away at the top of the show to the leopard, and she has to deal with that. And in coming to terms with losing her child, she finds Tarzan. So he doesn't necessarily replace the baby that she lost, but she cares for him like her own son.
We're gonna live away from the tribe for a while, just you and me. It'll be like an adventure. We'll take care of each other.
She, has to face off with the tribe and make them try to accept Tarzan, and face off especially with her husband, Kerchak, to try to make him accept Tarzan. And she just fights for him because she loves him.
Tarzan, I'm a genius. You want some of this?
Turk is kind of crazy. He doesn't do anything the other apes do. He's kind of plays to his own tune, and he's kind of a loner, but he likes his best friend Tarzan.
Is this what I've been seeking? All my life I've been waiting for this.
One of my favorite parts in the show are in the second act. Tarzan has to learn about himself, who he is and where he came from, and just that whole scene of her letting Tarzan decide what he wants to be and whether he wants to stay or go. It gets me every night.
I get to do so much playing around on stage. I really like playing around with Jane, messing with her, because she's very organized, and Tarzan just comes into her life kind of like a whirlwind.
Oh, this touching is most inappropriate. Oh, not interesting. Get off. Get off.
The singing and the flying are really fun.
I think for me, it has to be Trash in the Camp. I get to fly over the audience and kind of run amok.
The storyline that we have with Cats of everyone getting together for the annual Jellicle Ball, in which one cat is chosen to go to the Heaviside Lair, which is kind of kitty heaven.
I am playing the role of Grizabella, the glamour cat. It is one of the most famous roles in Broadway history. Grizabella sings the most famous and most recorded song, almost of all time, Memory.
Silence, not a sound from the pavement.
She is the glamour cat. We don't know very much about her except that she left her tribe in ignominy and went off to live riotously.
In the lamplight, the withered leaves collected my feet.
She returns bruised and battered and somewhat humbled, although not entirely, until she sings Memory, when she remembers when she was young and beautiful and when she knew what happiness was, and that was with her family, with the tribe. And she then becomes more humble and repentant and asks the tribe for forgiveness.
Memory, all alone in the moonlight, I can smile at the old days.
She really is the character who symbolizes hope and grace, hope for another chance even if you don't deserve it.
I remember the time I knew what happiness was.
My role in Cats is called Old Deuteronomy. He is like the oldest cat there, the one that all the other cats kind of look up to, regard the highest because of his age and his stature in the like the cat community.
I believe it is old Deuteronomy. This phenomenal cat produced 7 kittens right out of a hat.
He's the one that will make the choice, and so basically the storyline is all the cats getting together with this regular ritual and competing to be the cat that will be chosen, and at the end Old Deuteronomy makes the choice of which cat gets to go to the next level, as it were. So they all look to him for the guidance.
In Cats, I play Mungo Jerry. He's the mischievous thief cat, and in it I like to incorporate an accent, and I have my little sister, and we travel around, and we're kind of lone rangers. We're on our own and usually not part of the group, and just like everybody else, I guess we're just trying to see if we can be the ones going to the Heaviside Lair.
In Cats, I'm the Rum Tum Tugger, who is the kind of rock and roll bad boy cat. It's a lot of fun because I kind of get to do whatever I want. Our director reined me in a little bit, but he kind of gave me free rein to just kind of play. And I get to go into the audience and play with some audience members and have a good time with them, so it's a blast.
My favorite moment in Cats is the final scene in which Grizabella makes her final plea for a new life and realizes that she may not be chosen, and she turns to the moon, who seems to be her only friend at the time, and she says, "Turn your face to the moonlight, let your memory lead you, open up, enter in." And she lets her memory lead her to hope, and to the hope of a new life. And then the most pleading moment of the entire show is when she says, "Touch me." but if you touch me, you'll understand what happiness is. And I think what she's really saying there is, if you touch me, if you forgive me, you'll understand what happiness and peace and wholeness really is to the tribe.
I love talking with my sister like this, and we say, well, what are we going to do today? You know, I love, like, speaking in accents is always really fun for me. And in the ball, you will see a lot of us doing this kinds of stuff throughout the stage, and I like to always flip my tail and constantly, like, make cat movements, and, you know, a lot of times they like to rub on everything. So me and my sister in the show, we like to get up on top of the train and we mark our territory and scratch and flick.
Supposed to wash your face and the cranes to shut the window should you sneeze.
I love discovering what animals do and what they're like and trying to be like them. Like, you have your little head twitches all the time and looking at things, and it's just fun to try and think, like, what would their instincts do? And for me, I always like to try to find, like, different ways that my character acts.
After everything that you've given, you get to come out and just literally everybody walking by has a big smile on their face, and you can just tell they thoroughly enjoyed the show. That's our payoff, really, is to be able to know that all the effort that we put in was so appreciated by people, and people go away with tunes in their head and just having enjoyed a wonderful family experience.
I love Utah. The people are so kind, they're so good.
It's great. I've never been to the state of Utah before I came for the show.
Southern Utah is great.
I love Utah. I think it's such an easy place to live. You have everything is at your convenience, and people are all very friendly, and you walk in the stores and it's kind of fun because when you work here, then a lot of times they recognize you.
It's awesome. The people are great. I have a wife and a baby boy, and we have, like, more friends with kids here than we ever did in New York or LA. So we're having a great time. They take really good care of us here.
It sounds so cheesy, but you see pictures and you know that mountains and beauty exist, but you don't really get it until you come. So it's been beautiful. The people are so nice and so kind here.
The arts in Utah are really incredible. Like, there are a lot of talented people, and I think the training is so good. And I love coming here to teach people and choreograph.
I love Utah and consider it one of my dear homes.